There we go. Live, just a little bit early. I wonder if it's better to be a little bit early or a little bit late. Huh. That's a real question. Maybe, maybe not. Who can say for certain? Not that anyone cares, really. Okay. Right then. That's that, that's that. Everything's good to go. Okay, everyone, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. Apparently those are the rules. Right, single player. Create a new world. Airplane. Hardcore, difficulty always set to hard, cheating turned off. World 1. Attempt 1, World 1, doesn't really matter. Default generation. Yep. Game rules. Okay. Everything looks good. Create a new world. And away we go. Away we go. Been a while since I've live streamed, and a while since I've played hardcore Minecraft. See how that turns out. What magic are we casting? Ars Nouveau. I've been learning it. I did the how-to. Got a few more videos of Ars Nouveau to come out, so I thought I might as well Ars Nouveau it. Because it's what I know at the moment. That's what we casting. Ars Nouveau. And it's pretty cool. The mod's come quite a ways. It seems quite interesting. There's some things I want to try out with it. There's some various different auto farms and ways to go about Ars Nouveau while doing things, which seem kind of interesting to certain levels. So thought, hey, well, let's try that out. Okay. So, world loading in, a little bit of lag. We are in a taiga biome. Taiga biome's not that bad of a start, honestly. We might get magic berries right away from being in a taiga biome. We got our worn notebook. Which should always hold on to these, even if you have excellent how-to tutorials from me. You should always hold on to the guidebook. There's a whirly squirrel. Don't have any bone meals for these whirly squirrels. Up, magic berries already. That is perfect. Okay. So, we've got 10 minutes before it becomes night at the start of a typical Minecraft game. And that is going to be a place we don't want to go, but we want to be aware of. That would be a wilden nest. So that's good to know that we have one right nearby. Although they are rather dangerous. I thought it was something else, so we'll avoid that for now, but there's so many berries to collect here. Hello, Stardust. Yes, there are so many berries to collect here. Let's start out by collecting these berries. And we should get some wood, I guess. Wood to start with also good. Indeed, you are here. Did I set it to a 15-minute or 10 second? I think it's a 10-second delay that I have it set to, which is typical for most streams. Anyways, yeah. So there is a 10-second delay for anyone that's concerned, and it might become worse if my internet decides to mess up in some way or another, which it tends to on these streaming experiences. Not first playthrough, didn't realize they use window wings, but I did realize I could turn them into leather. So I farmed them for leather instead of magic. They are useful, but using them that way as well is not the worst use. Okay. You know, turning them into leather isn't that bad. Not that bad of an option. Can I collect this? Yeah, I think I'll need a little bit of mossy carpet for magic components. I think so. So we'll grab some of that. Okay. And that's mossy cobblestone. So let's get some cobblestone going. Oh, I didn't uninstall wildfires. Huh. Okay. Right then. So, oops, wait. Did I seriously just do that? I just did. Oh, God. Okay, well, that happened. No looking at the Enderman. We'll just let the Enderman do his business. Is this all mossy? Is there no normal cobblestone? Can you make a stone pick out of mossy cobblestone? I think you can. I don't actually recall, though. Guess we'll find out. Let us see. Oh yeah, you can. Great. Very good. Okay. So we'll travel up the hill. Get a good lay of the land by looking from the top. And if we die, we die. So be it. Alright, so the rules for engagement is, this is hardcore, very small mod list right now. If I do happen to die though, when we start up a new world to continue playing, I will ask for mod recommendations and I will take one mod to add. Now the goal of the hardcore experience is to beat every boss in the game plus any bosses added by mods. So basically, if you give me mods that add more bosses, you will proceed to make this run harder. I will be doing Minecraft streaming every Saturday morning from now on until it drives me insane. So we'll see if that happens or not. And then on Friday evenings, I will also be streaming. I will be streaming random video games, probably strategy games of some sort or another, or whatever catches my fancy during that day. And in the future, if the streaming pans out and I'm enjoying it enough, I might also start streaming Wednesday, but that might be too much for me and for you, and so we will see if that ends up occurring or not. As it stands right now, though, it is just going to be these Saturday mornings and Friday evenings. And so now you know the gambit of what will happen, and the Minecraft Magic Hardcore Challenge will continue until I win, so the beatings will continue until morale improves. And morels are a mushroom you can eat, just so you know. They can be found in your forests, but go with a mushroom expert, because if you eat random mushrooms, you can die very easily. I think you even need to cook morels to eat them. You might be able to eat morels raw. I'm not 100% certain on that. So don't eat random raw mushrooms in the forest. Let's leave it at that as your advice for today. Alright, sheep, excellent. We don't have any iron. At the moment, I don't think I have enough time to ascertain iron. Could try to kill these sheep to get to bed. Getting in bed quickly seems like a good idea where the sun's in the center of time. Let's see. Do you add other mods? I will add them whenever I die. And it's hardcore, so the world will be eliminated if I die. That's the basic premise of the deal. Okay. Sticks, axe, stone axe. We got sheep. Don't have time to shear them, so we will have to just crit them out. Okay, there's enough sheep in this local area to spare, and that's a starbuckle, I think. Nope, those are those druid men. Excellent. Even better than a starbuckle, those druid men. Okay. That is brilliant for me, because those will allow me to start auto-farming without killing little critters. Let's plant some of these berries here. Eat a few. There's the crafting table. Okay. This seems like a good enough spot to start with. So, we're going to mine some cobblestone, I guess, down this pit. And if we can't find any coal quickly, which may or may not happen, then we'll just have to make some charcoal here. So let's get a furnace going, because playing hardcore in the dark is a way to die. We don't want to die. We'll also make a bed. Spruce, white wood, a bed made, furnace made. Furnace made. That's the name of a new isekai for you. Or anime, actually. It doesn't need to be isekai, but furnace maid. It's about a maid who's also a furnace at the same time. Or a maid that tends a furnace. One or the other both work. Okay. Coming to every streaming service near you, and whatever high seas you wish to sail. We'll make it happen. Right. We'll get that going. We'll go into options, we'll go into video settings, and we'll turn up our brightness. Is turning up your brightness cheating? Should I keep my brightness on the low down? Else I'd be cheating. Yes, there is a vending machine isekai. Exactly. If a vending machine isekai works, then we can totally have a furnace made isekai, or just a furnace made anime. Either or. So, the vending machine one, though, truly does baffle me. It is... No? Stardust, you disagree? Well, I think you might be outvoted here by me and Gaming Weed. I could create a poll. That's been a while since I've done those. So, should I move chat location? I think I should move the voice chat location. Voice of the people will be moved. There we go. Right. Iron or coal. I could go see if there's any inside. Okay. Oh, you're talking about that. Use Gamma in game. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. Local magical vending machine gets medieval society addiction. Addicted modern. It turns out modern food is very tasty. Oh yeah, it would be super tasty. It would mentally destroy them. Modern food has huge amounts of sugar, huge amount of carbohydrate, lots of salt, lots of oil. It has everything you want in it. It is absolutely amazing. You would... Medieval society would not stand a chance against it. Okay. Right. So, that's a bed. That's a house, that's a bed. Surviving your first night. Done. First night survived. Easy peasy. Well, waste of stone. Okay. I don't want to lose my bearing too much. So, I think using F3 though is cheating. Really, actually. So we're not going to use F3, so what I'm instead going to do is make a nerd pole out of dirt to help me refine my home. Alright, I should survive that fall. Yeah. Now I can go to my furnace and cook this meat so I can have a supply of food. We can eat some more berries, and then I can go find that chasm, mine iron from it. And other resources. So there's a lake over here. Let's just understand our surroundings. So we've got the lake near our house. It's got this little dividend. We got a lot of these logs with vines. Here's the start of the chasm. Okay, let's establish a way down into it that's safe. Safety first. That is what it comes to when doing hardcore, is safety first. Alright, so if you could be isekai'd into a video game, which video game would you choose? Now, For the purposes of this isekai, oh, hello, Cast the Galaxy Mage. Just talking about isekais at the moment. Yes, if you could be isekai'd into a video game. The rules being that even if the video game has respawn respawn game mechanics, you don't have access to them. You're playing the video game in hardcore if you're isekai'd into it. So with that in mind, which video game would you get isekai'd into with that? Which one would you want to go transported into that other world? It's always better games. Right. I need to teach you a lesson on grammar here, Stardust. That is not grammatically correct. It's always better. Well, I mean, it kind of is, but it's a very strange statement. Better games. I mean, far be it to me to tell people how to speak or all that stuff. That's just impolite. But it's a little bit of an odd way. It's always better games. It's an odd way of speaking. I don't know if that's because I don't think English is your first language, so I don't know if it's that or if it's just your generation's thing or just your way of thing. But it's very strange. There's some iron. And you need to be more specific than all video games are great, because some would suck to be transported into. Like, you think Minecraft would be good, but it's a post-apocalyptic world full of monsters, isn't it? So, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley has monsters in it, doesn't it? Like, Stardew Valley would get you killed. If you go into the cave, can't you die in Stardew Valley? Also, you have to be a farmer. Like, it's really hard work. See, time is compressed in Stardew Valley, and it's also compressed in Minecraft. So it's like 10-minute days, 10-minute nights. Yes, Arabic's in your first language. Yes, that. Oh, different person. Cass is a different person. Right. Okay. Well, I haven't commented on Cass's English yet. So Cass, you're out of the pot right now for me commenting on other people's languages. I was talking about Stardust to begin with. I get confused. Okay, so yeah, but I think Stardew Valley is actually a little bit dangerous. Also, the Sims, like Sims, would anything happen if? Like, is there a Sims player in the isekai? Is he controlling your world and messing with you? Because you can die in the Sims too, I think. I don't know if I'd pick the Sims. In value for life, if you want to survive and you want to have a good life, what is the best video game to go into? Because some of them are going to be really, really boring. Like Car Wash Simulator. So if you're trapped in Car Wash Simulator, I mean, what are the rules? Are you in the Car Wash Simulator world? Or are you stuck as car washing and you only live within the realms of the game mechanics? Or is it you're in that world? Because a lot of them, you just be, like a lot of choices, like Car Wash Simulator, House Flippers, all those things. You would basically be transported to Earth, right? So. Yeah, also better and best. It's charming, it's a fun way to speak, but it's also a bit grammatically strange when it comes to English. Saying always better and best together. Like always better or it is the best, those work, but always better and best in English isn't correct. It's charming though. It's a fun way of talking. I don't want you to take away from your charm, but yeah. That might just also be like a translation error to a certain extent. Yes. But don't let this, what happens if you're trapped in a Souls-like? Well, that's an interesting thing, because the Souls-like mechanic, always lovely and better. That's getting closer. That's getting closer. Always lovely and better. Any assessments with better, though, again, it's strange, but it works. Yeah, so being trapped in a Souls-like, see, the Souls-like mechanics is you actually come back to life. So that is a part of Souls-like, is tarnished or the undead, I believe, those seeking the flame, they come back to life. So, being ranch simulator, okay, yeah. So do you want to live on a ranch, though? Because ranch work is really hard. I've done ranch work. In the simulator, it's fun because it's quite straightforward and easy. But if you're isekai there, would it be hard ranch work? Or would you have the powers of, like, I can plant crops and then within a few weeks they will grow, and harvesting them is actually not that much of a problem. Those are the things to consider. Yeah, with Dark Souls, though, I think you might come back to life, but you probably suffer a lot of pain. But yeah, in the Souls-like games where the mechanic is you come back to life, I say you get that. I say that's a part of that world, is things cannot die. So yeah, if you want to live forever in eternal torment and slowly lose your sense of self, then you can go into a Souls game. Yeah, exactly. You'd probably slowly go insane each time you died. And most of the FromSoft games Souls worlds are horrible. They are awful, awful worlds. I mean, you can become a god in some of them. Like, you basically get to become God. But, man, that'd be awful. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. If you stop, you lose your immortality. Yeah, the only FromSoft game, Souls-like game I've played is Elden Ring, so that's my point of comparison. So, yeah, you have to constantly fight or you lose your immortality. I didn't realize that they had to constantly fight. I thought they just got it. They went insane if they didn't. But yeah, so I definitely want to choose a Souls-like game. That just seems like a very, very bad experience. Very bad experience overall. To go into the Souls-like games. Should look at my Steam library. Well, it's more like if you're pursued to become the Elden Lord, more so you give up becoming the... yes. So, if you are the Elden Lord, I mean, you're eventually going to get backstabbed by someone unless you are like a Rennie simp, right? I mean, you could become a Rennie simp. Right. If you want to, guaranteed getting yourself a waifu, go into Elden Ring and you will start maidenless. But then, after a while, you'll hook up with a four-armed blue chick. So, Skyrim! No! No, you do not want to go to Skyrim. Good God, you will die so fast in Skyrim. Skyrim is an awful place to live. All of Tamriel sucks, but Skyrim is like the Australia of Tamriel. You don't want to be in Skyrim. What time is it? Is it almost nighttime? It's almost nighttime. Okay, yeah. You really, really do not want to go to Skyrim. Skyrim is the worst place ever. Exactly. Moon Blue Girl. So, you get to become her consort if you take that route. Okay. Fair enough. But everything wants to kill you in Skyrim. Like, basically everything hates you in Skyrim. So, maybe it's the Alaska of Tamriel. Oh no, if the Black Marshes are worse, I kind of want to see a game set in the Black Marshes, but I also kind of don't. Because it sounds like you might die. She is a doll, so I mean, your girlfriend would be a real doll, so maybe that's not the best GF to get. But I mean, some people do live with that. Some people have accepted the fate and the hand that life has given them, or they've given up, to be perfectly honest. But some of them do go with the real doll GF. And I mean, it's a little bit strange, but it is an option. Not the greatest options, but whatever. Maybe our goal can be to make her a real boy. have a website. Get any game with... Wait, no, do not share that on Discord. You're trying to scam us. Stardust, bad. Bad Stardust. No scammy video game sites. Steam, GOG, or Bust. Those are the only video game sites you get video games from. Or Abandonware. Abandonware is fine to get video games from as well. But that's because legally no one really owns Abandonware games. But, yes, don't send us to your strange Russian websites where we're going to get malware. Unless you are going and born there. It has magic. Oh, right. Yeah, the magic trees mutate you. And see, all right, here's the thing. The Black Marshes itself wants to kill you. That's it. See, everything in Skyrim wants you dead. Every creature in Skyrim wants to kill and eat you. The Black Marsh itself, with its trees, wants to murder you. So that's the difference. No, that is not the ending, the Rennie ending. The Rennie ending is letting the world proceed again. So the Rennie ending is letting time move forward. The Moon Lady takes over as Elden Lord, and then she leaves the world to let it proceed as it is. So she's going to let the world cycle and change and begin again. And she's just going to move on. Maybe she traps some bad things on the moon, but she's also going to leave the world beyond to try to explore other worlds with you. And then eventually, after endless millennia, she'll come back, I think, to the world in between. And she'll rule it then with you as her consort, or something like that. I personally don't think it's the best ending of Elden Ring. Controversial take? Not tank. Controversial tank would be like a tank. It'd be like a Panzerfaust. Not Panzerfaust. It would be a tiger tank with a swastika on it. That would be a... Anyways, ignoring that. Yeah, the best ending, I think, is the ending where you restore the undead. So that's the ending where you get the Ring of Death and you restart the cycle of death. Yeah. Yeah, she becomes God, you become her Elden Lord. And as God needs a Lord consort. The DLC explains it more. I haven't played the DLC yet. No spoilers. No spoilers. I haven't bought the DLC because it's expensive. Ooh, I need these. But, yeah. Okay. So maybe the lore is different than what I know. Because of the DLC. But I don't think she has the best ending anyways. I think the best endings is the Ring of Death ending. Because you get to restart death again in the world. You get to let the undead live again, and you get to let things die. And you basically start the cycle of death that was broken. And I think that's a better ending. That's my interpretation of it. Some people disagree, and you're basically forcing everyone to become undead. But no, you're wrong. You're completely and utterly wrong. That's not how that works. I'm right. You're starting up death again. You're starting time moving again. And thus the world begins to move again. And that's the ending that I think is the best ending. Or the burning down the world tree and embracing the insanity fire. I mean, that's a fun ending. Not at all, actually. Ignore me on that. That's a terrible ending. I didn't do that ending. Don't do Dung Eater's ending. Dung Eater's ending is evil. Yes. It's been a while since I played the game. It was a good game. Yes, Elden Ring is tough as well. And you need a good computer to play it. I mean, you don't need the greatest computer, but you need a good computer. You don't need uber gigachad computer, but you need an alright computer to be able to play Elden Ring. So. Yeah. The problem is I didn't... Yeah. That's fine, not playing the game. Like, what you know about the game is what you know about the game. The games are interesting just to learn about lore-wise. Like, it's fun to know about them. Maybe, on my Friday streams, I'll play a little bit of Elden Ring at some point in the future. Play the DLC, or whatnot. Start a new save, play the DLC, go through all that. After I've done some other games, because there are other games I want to play first. But... it remains to be seen for the future for Friday's streams. And today is Saturday. It's Saturday, right? It is Saturday. I'm not wrong in that. I'm not going insane. Must be a Saturday. Final no. I will never play Final Fantasy. The game does not appeal to me. None of it appeals to me. None of them. The older ones where it's the JRPG, or the newer ones where they're the weird MMOs. I just don't want to play those games. They just... It's not my cup of tea, so to say. I drink other kinds of tea. Mostly tea full of blueberries. The new DLC, you need to kill Morg to start it. Starting a new save to get there takes a bit. Fair enough. I mean, I can play multiple saves at once. I wonder if my old save still exists. It must do. I'm really high level, though, in my old save. Like, I'm ridiculously high level, and I have very strong gear. Very, very strong gear. I think I've already killed Morg. Yeah, I am not good at Elden Ring, so I cheesed it. And by cheesed it, I mean I farmed absolutely forever. To an absurd extent. It is kind of stupid how much farming I went and did. Is hard enough that high level won't... Okay. I haven't bought it yet as well because apparently there's a few balance issues, and last time I started the game, it took me long enough playing it and all the balancing issues were a thing, but they did do some rebalancing and some updates and making the game more stable, improving things. And while some people didn't have problems, other people did. I was one of the ones without problems with the game, with its frame rate and starting, but you know, I decided just to wait. I decided, nope, I'm not going to buy the game right away. I'm going to let it update a bit. I'm just going to let it play. I'm going to let it get out of the popular zeitgeist so I can be a hipster while playing it, so I can play it while it's not cool. It was cool, now it's no longer cool. Then I can play it. I'm not a hipster, and I'm going to be cool via not playing it when it's cool. So, that's the plan. And I just have a lot of other games to play right now. I have other Souls-like platformer to play, so yeah. Need to like get rid of that. Let's just get rid of this pickaxe though. I'm tempted to use it, so let's just not have it. There we go. Now it might be nighttime out there, which has me afraid. Need to make a clock. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the game being hard, and honestly, if the game's hard, what you do is you get good, or you go and you farm things. You farm things over and over again until you don't need to get good because you're so high level it doesn't matter. You want to get a new PC? Yes. Yeah. If you're getting a PC, yeah, if you're getting a new computer and you have a decent amount of money, what I recommend is getting an Origins PC. Because they'll just be better than a normal computer. Because they really test Origins. They make them custom made, so they're more expensive than normal. If you're not making a computer yourself, because some people say, oh, make the PC yourself, bro. Why aren't you making the PC yourself? Well, it's because you can get faulty components when you make the computer yourself. And there's other problems. And then you only have yourself to blame. But if you're not competent in making PCs, and you want a good computer, then just get a custom-made Origin, or a non-custom-made Origin, either or. And get a desktop, don't get a laptop. I mean, price ranges are a bit of a problem, but just save up that little bit more. Save up that little bit more. Make it the most expensive thing you've ever bought. And get the Origins PC. And then it'll last. It'll last you for bloody ever. And it'll be a good computer. It'll be able to run all the games. And they're just put together different. They're well made. They're really, really well made computers. Because Origin's whole thing is they make good, reliable computers that will keep running. And so, you get yourself an Origin, and it'll just keep trucking for you. But they're expensive, like really, really expensive. You'll need a lot of money to get a good Origin. But to get a good computer, you'll need a lot of money. Here's the thing with computers, right? So, the price range of computers is, yes, you can buy a computer for about $300. That's going to be an awful computer. It's like, all right, I'll get slightly better. You'll get a $500 computer. Even what's more, you can get a $600, $700 computer. $600, $700 computer. They're going to be expensive as well. They're also going to like work for a year. They're going to work for 2 years. Then they're going to stop working. You have to get to about the $1,000 price range for a computer to be reliable and keep working. Now, your other option, if you're still cheap, but you really want a new computer, and you just can't afford a new one or a like expensive one, or you're just conscious of the pricing, the economy's not great right now, you don't make the most money, get a refurbished computer. So a lot of companies will buy really high-end PCs, well, medium-end PCs, which are good enough. Medium PCs are good enough. They'll buy a lot of medium-end PCs. And these are decent computers. Don't get me wrong. They're fine computers. And they will use them for 2 years, and then they're done with them because they need to upgrade to the next computer. So they will get a new computer. And then their new computer they'll use for another 2-3 years. It's like banks and stuff. They buy computers, and then they even buy gaming computers to a certain level. Like office computers that banks buy are basically gaming computers. So they have these computers, but they need to keep updating. They need new computers because part of the thing is they get a budget, right? And if you don't spend your entire budget, then the budget gets shrunk. And you want to spend your entire budget and then say we didn't have enough, so your budget grows, so you buy new stuff. This is basic Office 101. And so instead of just throwing these computers away, though, instead they give them to refurbished companies. So what refurbished companies do is they take these computers, they scrub their hard drives, they switch out a few of the bad components, and then they do some hard testing on them to see how well they'll hold up. And then they sell these computers again. And these are cheap, good computers. Like, my brother has a refurbished computer. It's not amazing. It can't play Elden Ring. But I can play a lot of games. So, getting refurbished computers is another way to go. Especially if you can't afford a really good computer. Go get yourself a refurbished computer. The refabs are going to suit you just fine if you can't afford a good one. But you really want a high-end computer. And don't get a gaming PC that is covered in lights and has a weird funky shape to it. Get a cube or a rectangular cuboid. That's what you want. An oblong cube. That's the kind of computer you want. And make sure that it's like, look at the reviews and make sure it has a lifespan. Because if you're spending like $1,200 on a computer, if you're spending $2,000 on a computer, it should last you 5 years. Now, if you spend $3,500-ish on your computer, this is Canadian. So if you spend $3,000 American on a computer, which I did, they'll last you 7 years so far. Yes, 7 years so far. We're getting close to 7 years anyways. So, yeah. Those are expensive, though. My computer was expensive. It's one of the most expensive things I've ever bought until I started owning a car full time. And then spending stuff on my car and upgrading. I think my car has gotten close to being more expensive than my computer. Close. Actually, no, my computer expenses will still be higher. And I've made more money from my car. I've made a good amount of money from my computer, though. My computer's paid off from doing the YouTube and other works. Because I do more than just YouTube work. I do consulting sometimes. Yes. Right. Let us... Yes, no, the main way I make money is by doing consulting, by using my laptop, that or that. I'm an energy advisor, which is a completely different job than YouTube. Yes. My real work is I'm a professional home invader. And that has its own interesting merits to it. Get to see a lot of people's houses. Get to go in, get to see all their private stuff, get to judge their home. Yes. It's a strange job being a home invader. You walk around, you look at things, you poke windows, you look at furnaces, and you go, huh, this is your house. There's a little bit more to it than that. It's consulting work, but it is what it is. Wow. I have not made much progress now, have I? It's been mostly mining down. Now the thing I want to do... Oh, cool. Architecture. I was going to be an architect, but then I found out the schooling for it is really hard and miserable, and so I decided not to. Also, architecturism is, from what I've read, enshrouded with bureaucracy. I mean, maybe you can confirm this, maybe you can't, but there's a lot of bureaucracy in architecture, and I absolutely despise bureaucracy. So, that's why I don't do it. And there's also a lot of dealing with clients, and dealing with clients is one of my least favorite parts of my job. And I try to avoid as much as I can. Apparently there's a lot more dealing with clients when it comes to architecture, which is no thank you. What level is diamonds at again? That's the wrong key. I said I wasn't going to use this, but here I am again. Who can recall what level diamonds are at? I'm at minus 48. I think they're at minus 64. Oh, well there we go. Problem solved. The beginning to any good Minecraft series involves finding diamonds. And it's a long process, and if you find only 2, then you want to rip your dick off. Unless you don't have one, then, well, you still want to. That feeling of frustration of... For any women out there who are watching, that feeling of frustration of finding only 2 diamonds, that's the feeling of wanting to rip your dick off. Starts at 16, though more into negatives is better. Ah, okay. Right. Okay. I wouldn't recommend coming to Canada right now, to be perfectly honest. I might phrase that wrong. Yes. Did I actually say it like that? Interesting. Yeah. Don't worry about that, Cast the Galaxy Mage. Don't worry. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend coming to Canada right now. Because it's ridiculously expensive. You won't be able to find a house. Now, here's the thing. It is super easy to come to Canada right now. It is too easy. We've had a ridiculous boom in our population. We've had like a population growth of over 1 million people just due to immigration. But there's no housing, and food is really expensive. And so if you come to Canada right now, it's just going to outprice you. It is worse than the UK. It is worse than America based on pricing right now. Canada is ridiculously expensive. Cass for short. Okay, Cass. Yes, Canada is ridiculously expensive at the moment to live in. Some food prices have jumped over 400%. I want you to think about that. Think about your current grocery store if you're not living in Canada. And you might have experienced food in crisis at 50%. So think about food. Think about its costs about 4 years ago should be the scale. So it's probably like $1 cheaper maybe in some cases, or 50 cents cheaper. Now multiply the total cost of your food by 4, and that has happened to certain things in Canada. Others has been 200%, others been 100% increase. But food is ridiculously expensive in Canada. And then getting a house, I mean getting a house for anyone in our age range, because I know the demographics of people who watch me, is basically impossible. But in Canada, it's doubly impossible to get a house unless you have a very good paying job, or you are using immigration status to help you get a house. So maybe immigrating to Canada, you actually would be able to find a house, but it will be very expensive. So you'll have to have a very good job lined up if you're coming into Canada. There are some immigration programs as well getting into Canada, which will help you out in getting what you need. Like I think if you're an immigrant to Canada, you can get like a $10,000 towards buying a car, and there are certain programs depending on who hire you that help you out, but you also might get taken advantage of by dubious companies in Canada. So yeah, immigrating to Canada is a little bit of a it's a little tricky right now, and I honestly wouldn't recommend it. I mean, be perfectly honest, part of why everything's so expensive is the immigration. So if you're one of the good ones, come in, but if you're a chancer who's just coming here for benefits, then sod off. We actually got like a little bit of modern day slavery going on in Canada. Modern day serfdom is a better way to put it than modern day slavery. It's a rather clever system. Allow me to explain modern day slavery to everyone, besides the actual modern day slavery, which is taking place in certain countries. So, modern day slavery in a quote unquote first world country. Okay, it's very simple, the steps you have to take. Let me pull up some visual aid to this. Let us get up our art software for the visual aid. We should be safe enough down here. We'll just hopefully won't starve to death. We'll pay attention to that. Okay. It's not just prisons. It's not just prisons. It's far worse than prisons. Prisons is already bad enough, but that's a punishment. Those are people who you could argue deserve it. This modern day slavery is to people who don't deserve it. All right. So, window capture. How do I do this? I want to go display capture on. There we go. Okay. So, here's how it works. What you do is you've got a store. So you've got your basic store, right? So, your store costs you about, I don't know. You pay the wages to the people. You're paying like minimum wage to them. So it is $16 an hour is your minimum wage. That's a high minimum wage, but we'll just go with that. Okay, $16 an hour. So living wage in a lot of Canada is $22 to $20 an hour, but let's just say $20 an hour. Okay, so that is living wage in Canada. So this job here is not going to be taken by people who need to make a living. So that is, so people who are, let's say, about 20 years plus in age, we'll even go lower. People who are 19 years and older will not take that job. They won't. So you're not going to get 19-year-olds or greater in age to take that job. So this job is for teenagers. So we're talking about 14 to 18-year-olds should be taking this job. Now, 14 to 18-year-olds only want to work for, I don't know, like half a day or less. They have odd hours. They can only work weekends. So they're not reliable. These people can't work all the time. And you want people to work all the time. Now, if we got a poorer country, then let's say your local country. For this example, let's say India. So India is poorer than Canada. So what you do is, and there are poor people in India. There's some very poor people in India. What we do is we go, this company here says, all right, you in this poorer country, I want you to come here and work for $16 an hour. And they go, whoa, $16 Canadian an hour? That is 50 times the amount of money I make. I will totally do that. I will come to Canada and do that. And this company here, let's just give it a random Canadian brand name. Right. Yeah. So this company here goes, maybe I'll be liable for that. So let's go just coffee. This coffee company. Yes. This company goes, all right, we'll ship you over. We'll bring you from India to Canada, and you can work for $16 an hour. And that's insane money to these people. And we'll even help you find housing. We will give you, but because we don't pay you much, we'll give you a bunch of roommates and various other things. So these people come here, and it's like, oh, wait, $60 isn't actually enough to live by in Canada. But this is way more than I made, and the standard of living is better than was back home. So in a normal house, let's say you have a 3-bedroom apartment with no couples. You're going to have a person in each of the 3 bedrooms. So if you have roommates, then that's fine. You can have a bunch of people inside this place. They'll have a fine time with it. I mean, it might be a little cramped, but you'll manage it. But the person on $16 an hour, even if there's 3 of them in this apartment, they can't afford that. So instead of being 1 person to room, you might get 2 persons per room. Or you might get 3 people per rooms. And even some people in whatever extra space they can squeeze. Let's say there's a kitchen. Might have someone sleep in the kitchen. And all of them are going to be paying this to afford working on this $16 an hour. What's more, they're going to be working full-time at this job. And because they're working full-time at this job, they're not making a great living, but they can afford it with these people here. There's another problem. They don't speak English the greatest. They have trouble speaking English. And because they can't communicate, they can't really argue with the coffee company. They have trouble arguing with the coffee company. Just going to make sure I'm not starving to death. Okay, great. Game pause. Okay, good. So they can't argue with the coffee company. They can't argue for better wages. Also, they're afraid that if they step out of line, this coffee company will send them back. He'll no longer support them. Or if he even doesn't send them back, it'll stop paying them the $16. And then even though they're in a bad situation, they can't afford to do it. So they're basically a foreigner in a foreign land, working at a job that doesn't pay them enough to live in a good situation. And on top of that, they're making it so these guys here aren't very hireable. These guys here develop no skills or life skills. Because they have no life skills, they can't get these jobs when they're 19. And then the people who do have money currently, who are like in their, I don't know, 30s, are going, man, it's nice to get cheap coffee. And the coffee's cheap because the coffee company is still paying $16 to these guys. And if they wanted to actually start paying people a better wage, because some people want a better wage, then the coffee would be more expensive. But they don't have to make it more expensive because they can import people from a poor country and steal basically these people's livelihood, these lives. They can steal people from this country here, bring them to their coffee shop, basically enslave them, put them into horrible living conditions, threaten their livelihoods. They're saying, we'll send you back or we'll stop paying you. And you basically screw everything up economically by importing a bunch of people. And that's modern day slavery. Right. So then, back to Minecraft. Now that is slavery. That's how you do modern day slavery without the whips. Because there's modern day slavery with the whips. Right then. Hello, Anna. Right. Whew. Now, oh yes, and that's all is from Stardust wanting to immigrate to Canada. So what I'm saying... Oh, hello, mobile user. What I'm saying is Stardust Don't work at a coffee shop in Canada. Because they're evil. Now, if it's a local hipster barista, then maybe you can get away with it. But if it's one of the big companies, which Canadians are very fond of, they're evil. Don't work for them. It's not just trauma. It's literally what's happening to my country and almost every other country in the world right now. And it's not fair to anyone in the situation besides people who benefit from it by making lots of money, which are usually the companies or the very well-to-do who want to have their cheaper coffee. But even then, in the long term, they won't be benefiting from it. You may not know this, but I am actually a very political person. I just try not to do it in my videos or stuff because I don't want to do political videos. If you want my political takes, you'll be disappointed by them, and you will find them on a podcast I do with my brother. But we won't even go there. We won't even go to communism. But if you want to hear me go off about communism, if you want to hear my political takes, then you can go to the podcast I do with my brother. And then after watching that, you might not like me as much because I might have different politics than you think I do. So you've been warned. So think of me as a non-political actor and avoid my political takes. Besides when I talk about socioeconomics, because socioeconomics you can be of conservative or liberal-minded, left or right, and you can still be pissed off by socioeconomics because they are awful. Yes, I'm a fascist. There we go. Of course I'm a fascist. I mean, what else would I be? Fascism is stupid. Communism is flawed. Fascism is almost as flawed as communism. Ooh, more diamonds. Finally! I am free. Sir. Wow. I mean, it's enough. But what are the chances? We'll dig around and see if we find any more. There we go. Okay. Okay. We can keep our dicks on. We don't have to rip them off. We found 4 diamonds in total. It's not bad. Not bad. Hour in, 4 diamonds. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I mean, you can sometimes find them faster, but yeah. I love democracy, indeed. Democracy is the greatest. Democracy is also deeply flawed. No. What you need, it's not, you don't need communism, don't need fascism, you don't need democracy. You don't even, you might be thinking I'm going to say monarchy. You don't need monarchy either. What you need is orphanocracy. And I will explain no further. Right, 4 diamonds. What level is gold at? I mean, finding a mesa is also a way to get gold. Maybe I should go explore and try to find mesa instead, because you need so much gold for this mod. Yes, quite all you need. Let's look at what the book's still unlocked and all that. That's fine. Speaking fire. Yes, I'm spitting true facts, true burning facts. Okay, getting started. -14, -16, is that where's the most gold at though? Because it's like these triangle graph chart things. There's areas where there's more gold than less gold. Morgul Vale. That's where you find ring race. What level do I find the ring race at in Minecraft? Tell me that, and we will be happy. Okay, so that needs source stone. I'm going to need lots of source. No, I need gold. So I need the enchanting apparatus. Minus 16 is ideal. Okay, great. Thank you. Brilliant. Love you. Okay, obtaining it. We need source jars, ergomatic source link. That's all gold. Roll generation, imbuement chamber. Yes, we need gold. What's the name of the podcast? Hitler and Friends. No. I'm a fascist, but no. Why I'm making these jokes is I do it with my brother, and we actually speak a surprisingly large amount about Hitler. I don't know how that started, but it has. It is called The Philosopher and the Fool. The Philosopher and the Fool. And it's been going on for a long time. And yes, my brother and I are both rather probably right-leaning centrists, I think, politically. But we don't just talk about politics. We talk about philosophy, we talk about theory, we talk about mythology. Politics does come up because that's a part of our life, and we exist in a outside world. But it is more than that. But our political takes are what some people would call based, what others would call cringed. But be aware that you can live outside of your political diadact or diadem or whatever it's called. Just because someone has politics different than you doesn't mean they're an awful person. And if you think that someone with different political opinions than you is a bad person, then you're mistaken. Because I think that communism is one of the stupidest things to exist, but I still respect Anna. Even though she's a communist, I can still respect her. Now, no, we both want to be the fool. Fools is a great position. See, we come from the school of thought, or school of philosophy, so to say, that in Shakespeare's plays, usually the fool is the smartest and best character, and they actually have the best takes and have the best space of reality. Fools can point out things that most people can't. The king's fool is the only person who can speak truth. The fool speaks truth to power. Your fool tells you you're a blithering idiot. You listen to him. That is the fool's job. The fool is a very clever person. From what I studied in World War II, in philosophy, Hitler's followed the philosophy of the hammer of Nietzsche. The hammer of Nietzsche. That's an interesting thing. So basically, Nietzsche was what is said is Nietzsche did philosophy with a hammer. Nietzsche basically took all the existing philosophy in the world, flipped it off, and then smashed it with a sledgehammer and said, "You're all idiots. This is how the real world works." And that is how Nietzsche did his philosophy. And so, yeah, the philosophy of the hammer is very much what fascists probably would do. They missed the part of Nietzsche's philosophy, though, which is Nietzsche felt really bad about doing it. It's just the only way he could see forward. Nietzsche's famous line is, God is dead. The next part to Nietzsche's line is, God is dead, we killed him, and we can never wash the blood from our hands. Nietzsche was sad they killed God. Nietzsche's goal in philosophy after that was figuring out a way to get back to loving God. So Nietzsche is, God is dead, we killed him, we can never wash the blood from our hands. So we ourselves must take the morality of God onto our person and be as moral agents as God was, because we can no longer use God to guide us. We ourselves must become the moral agents. And so that was Nietzsche's goal, is to justify becoming the moral agents. And so, because he hated that we killed God. Killing God is the worst. Think about God. You have a moral compass. You come across Christians, you might not like Catholic fundamentalists or Christians or Islamists, whatever it may be. Any religion group, you might think they're a little kooky, they're a little bit annoying, they do things you don't like. But those people are usually happy because they have a moral compass set for them. Even if their moral compass isn't great, it is set for them. Negative utilitarianism. Negative utilitarianism. Let me get this right. So, utilitarianism is for the greatest good, right? That's what utilitarianism is. It's the best for the best people, or the mostest for the hostess. I'm not certain I'm familiar with negative utilitarianism. I can't remember what utilitarianism is, the formal. So remind me what utilitarianism is, and that'll tell you what I think about negative, because that would be the opposite of it. See, philosophy-wise, I'm a deontologist with extra steps. Yeah, so negative is minimizing suffering for the most people. Okay, minimizing suffering for the most people. That's an interesting one. So, See, one of the problems with negative utilitarianism is you can achieve those goals by making it so everyone's life sucks. So what I mean by that is, let's use Minecraft for example here, okay? So, I have multi-MC. So, or not multi-MC. I have equivalent exchange. Minecraft equivalent exchange. So, what negative utilitarianism generates a lot of the time, this philosophy, this idea of thought, because it's a very noble approach. It's good. You want to stop suffering. It's good. But what it will generate is we take these diamonds and we'll turn them into iron. We have 20 players on a server. We use equivalent exchange, and only one person has a few diamonds. Everyone else is suffering because they don't even have iron. So what you do is you take the diamonds and you turn them into iron, then you give everyone iron tools. That is what negative utilitarianism can generate. Hello, Ichifuma. Talking about philosophy. So, that is a very basic example of negative utilitarianism. I think it's good to reduce suffering. Don't get me wrong, it's good to reduce suffering. I haven't died once yet, thankfully. Because I've been mostly underground mining and I haven't found any caves. You know, it is good to reduce suffering, but the reduction of suffering should not be your end goal. Your end goal should be to live the best life possible and have most people live the best life possible on an individual basis. That's just my own thoughts. Yes, but not at the expense of greatness. Exactly. So, you take it, negative utilitarianism can kind of work, but not at the expense of greatness. And also, all right, here's a moral quandary for everyone. This came up on my podcast. Yes, human nature is one of the problems as well. There's multiple problems with it, but Darth Bane. Okay, I don't know who that is, but so this will be some negative utilitarianism. This is a question for you. All right, so you have a lever. You pull this lever, and everyone on Earth is cured of all their sickness completely. Mental illness, physical illness, hereditary illness. You've got sickle cell anemia, it's gone. All illness, like all of it, everyone is perfectly just healthy again, right? So you make everyone healthy. However, when you pull this lever, 2% of the population is dead. Instantly. Painlessly, but instantly. So you kill 2% of the population. And by doing this, you make everyone healthy. Perfectly healthy. They're in perfect health. Those who walk away from illness, I don't know what that means. So yeah, what determines what illness is? We'll just, for this hypothetical, it's God. You will live the most healthy life possible. Well, that's not good. There are monsters nearby. I can't sleep. Back into the mine! I'll just take this with me. And so... Yes, 2% would be in the millions. Yeah, and see, negative utilitarianism, you would pull the lever. And there you go. The final solution. Exactly. You are making a vast judgment on the world. You are performing the final solution by doing that. So, yeah, it is brutal. You have taken 2% of the population and killed them via doing this. You are a mass murderer. You've caused a huge amount of suffering by killing people, but you've also caused a far better world. But it's a better world at the expense of millions. How do I ban you from your own stream? I'm saying this is a bad thing. I wouldn't do it. It's hard, but I don't think I want to do it. See, what I did was a gotcha there. That's what that's called. Okay, mobile user. That is a step further, and that's just... That is true psychopathy. I don't have enough wood to make more sticks. Bugger. The world's not overpopulated. We can handle far more people. Just not in Canada. Okay. How's the Sabaton song go? When millions burned the curtain, all turns to dust, enters in flame. It's honestly a good song. Final Solution by Sabaton. It's a very good song. Blame Canada. Honestly, blame France. I'll let you know a little bit of a secret on world population. We can handle, like... So, Earth population... calculation of resource use and density spread out over time. If we were to do things smartly, if we had like a... Ah! Bugger me! That's what I get for not wearing armor. Oh, shite. Okay. Instant death via creeper. I deserve that. That is a perfect way for that to happen. Anyways, as I was saying, the world population can be 3 times larger, and we'd still have the resources to sustain us. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Let us not look at my background. New mod. All right, we're adding a new mod. It's the shadow government. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that overpopulation is a lie. They're trying to silence me by blowing me up with creepers. Yeah, that's what they're doing. It's a big cover-up. It's a big old government. Alright, what mod should I add? What mod should I add? Oh yeah, we definitely have the resources stand. I just spilled tea all over my crotch. Great. It's actually not that bad. Coffee. Alright. I'm going to avoid vampirism for the moment. Is there a Alex? Let's find out if there's an Alex Jones mod. I mean, there's Alex mod. Alex Cave. There's no Alex Jones mod. Okay. Parasites? I'm not sure I want to add parasites. I like the coffee suggestion. That's like a nice easy taster. Nice easy taster. What's a good coffee mod? What's in it already? Okay, well, let's see. So I have got basically Ars Nouveau and then a bunch of mods just to make the world better. Immersive structures, just enough items. A lot of these mods aren't installed right now that I have here. I've got target dummies, mouse tweaks, quirk. So the biggest impacts, quirk, tree harvest, that sort of thing. The gay frogs mod is called Rivet. Is this... You're not messing with me, are you? Rivets. Oh, it's just Swamp Village and Music Frogs. The Flesh That Hates. Coffee Delight is Farm's Delight. What? The Flesh That Hates. The Flesh That Hates. Am I spelling that right? The Flesh That Hates? And I'm not seeing it anywhere. This is 1.20.1. Night, the Undead revamped, either from the Fog, the Man from the Fog, the End of Herobrine, Lost Castles, the Hordes, all the Wizards, the Outer End, Fish on the Line, Not Seeing the Flesh That Hates, the Knocker. Huh, that sounds fun. Forge, yes, it is Forge. Beware the Rain. I don't really want to add these creepy mods. Let's add some coffee right now. A Farmer's Delight seems like a bad idea to add because it adds so many crops. With Coffee's Delight, I don't really want to add Farmer's Delight because it just makes things cluttered. Well, you can't get coffee. Let's add Raven's Coffee. It's a mod about coffee. It has the most downloads of coffee mods. So we'll get Raven's Coffee. We'll get Rivet. Yes, we'll get Rivets. I haven't seen The Flesh That Hates, but yes. Alright, that's 2 mods. I say it's only 1 mod, so this is the one time we get 2 mods to start with, but they're inconsequential mods. So, exactly, they're inconsequential mods, so it's fine for now. I'm ignoring you. La la la, I can't hear you. 1 mod. We said 1 mod, that's what we're doing. We've got those added. We'll see if the world runs. Minecraft is already running. Alright. Now we'll stop capturing my display. And we'll let Minecraft run again. Alright. There we go. And hopefully, Mojane's Xbox user profile isn't down again. Because when it's down, you can't log into Minecraft. I mean, you can't play Minecraft because apparently Minecraft requires a login via Xbox Play to play, which is bullshit. No, I'll be more careful this time. I didn't make armor. That was my problem. If I had had armor, I would have survived that. Oh, what ending. What ending to that. That was a good world too. I was doing fine. And then the Fire Nation attacked. Shall I activate my green screen technology? Do we want me to be green screened? Shall I activate green screen technology? Alright, creating a new world. Alright. Next Alliance Invasion. Oh, you're recommending all sorts of fun mods, aren't you? No green screen technology? Alright, you got it. I can't even get the offline login to work, though. That was a problem. I didn't name this world too. Bugger me. I can do that later. Alright. World's loading. Getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's like Parasite, but with cutesies and aliens. Huh. Sounds kind of interesting. Alright, let's see what world... Okay, Oh. Okay. Well, we got a mesa, so that's gold covered. We've got coastline, we've got desert. The world has loaded. Well, it feels very laggy. To me, like the game's laggy, not just the stream. Going to turn down render distances. Here. And simulated distances. Okay. Hello. Name XI. Hello, number 11. It's still very laggy. I don't know why this world's so laggy. Did the coffee mod and the rivets really make it laggy? They shouldn't have. Oh no, now it's smoothing out a bit. Okay. It's playable. Now, is it watchable? Oh, yes. So, this was stupid thought of me. I do have Wildfire's gender mod installed. And so, my thought is, Minecraft, every time I die, the chest size gets 1% larger. So there we go. We'll see where we are by the end of this. Okay. Let us try to find some trees. Ooh, a sign. Those usually point somewhere. Alrighty out. 300. This way. This way we go. Not much in the way of magic mods for this. No. 1.20 doesn't have all that much going for it yet. But it's a more up-to-date version. It's got some versions of art. It's got update Ars Nouveau on it. So, yeah, that's what we got. Look, the sooner I beat this, the sooner I can do a different pack. Ah! Exactly. We have Ars Nouveau, so we don't really only need one. Yes, 1.20.1. No, 1.20.1. Not 1.21. Wow, that's a cool cave. An abandoned mineshaft already. And a village nearby. Yeah, this is actually a good start. No magical berries, though, which may be a small problem. But we've got access to a lot of food, which is good. So, let's start by gathering food from the hay bales. And for the chests. Sort continents. There we go. Yeah, ours is top mod right now. Also, there's addition that can make it work with create. Okay. Maybe we'll get create. Maybe we won't. We'll see about create. Create has its own creative problems. Well, did that camel just... Wow, that's so cool. Camel just loading down. Hello, Mr. Camel. Have a good day. This is quite the house. I don't think This house is vanilla. This coffee shop. What the dick? Ham sandwich. What the? Is this the coffee mod? Must be. Good day, dear sir. I will be taking your emeralds and your ground coffee and your smithing template and your melon pan. Thank you for your business. Or did I take over your business? I don't know. Solar craft. Okay, there's a bed. Setting our spawn doesn't really matter, but we have beds to sleep in. There's a forest nearby. Brilliant. Okay, no, this is good. This is good. This is good. We'll take this bed. And we'll go over to that forest. Crate is interesting. Not a big fan of tech mods for getting into them, though. From my experience, when I get into them, nearly hold me back from making things with Corel. Yes, I have found coffee. I've got a coffee shop. We got a forest here. But this is not bad. This is looking all right. So, unlike last time, let's get armor at a decent rate. Even if it's crummy armor, let's try to get some armor. And let's get a house with a door. Let's start off on the right foot. Get a house with a door. And not get blown up by a creeper while talking about the overpopulation myth. We also need to acquire some frogs. So, we need to protect the frogs from the government. Gotta keep chemicals out of the water, don't you know? To protect frogs from the government. Alchemistry is a perfectly balanced tech mod. I will take your word for it. Okay. Let's see the extent of the forest we've got here. We've got some pigs. We've got another village right across. No, that's not a village. That's a solarium. Well, I don't know what they're called, but it's a structure from one of the structural mods I have. We're going to make some boat. So we have the village there. We can go to the village for villager stuff. And we can totally live in that building, though. That is brilliant. That was a brilliant start. Okay. You should have time since last death counter. I could figure out how to add that. If we're going to be here for a while, I can figure out how to add one of those. But look at this place. Isn't it so pretty? I don't even know what mod has this, but it should be the additional world generation mod. Kind of OP, really, getting one of these. I don't even know why I have that additional structure mod installed. It's not an observatory, it's a greenhouse. Solarium greenhouse thing. Which is very pretty. Yeah, it's... Alright. So, Wizard in a Solarium is a certain vibe, especially if it's renovated with magic plants. Yes. Okay, there's our bed. Okay. So this is the house. It's got a door. That's good. We got magic trees. That's good. We can mine gold over there. That's good. Let's get some stone, get some iron, get some armor. What time is it? Okay, so it's getting towards afternoon. So we'll scout out the mountainside to see if there's iron spawning in it. Ooh, solarium. Remember that for our build. Yes. Okay, we got another village up there. We're surrounded by villages. Right. We need to make a pickaxe. Kind of forgot about that. Door and that won't be anymore. I mean, I wasn't actually inside the house. I was looking at a tree and yammering like an idiot. But that I'll definitely be in a better situation with that house. Speaking of yammering like an idiot, I do have to pay a little bit more attention, I guess, if I don't want to die immediately. You have to pay attention to the runs. A little bit. You can still yammer like an idiot, but you need to pay a fraction of attention to what's going on around you. You can't be total overpopulation brain. whatever you want to call it. Total goo brain. There we go. That's what talking about politics and philosophy will get you. It'll make you goo brained. And never go full goo brain. Get a cat. Creepers won't sneak up on you. That's smart. That's clever. There should be cats in some of the villages. Okay. If we can get iron before the sun goes down, that would be lovely. That's a little druid boy. That's good to find those. We've got whirly spurls. Those are good to see. Right. Any of these caves have iron in them? We got iron in these hills? Any iron? Any iron? No. This village path could do with a little bit of improving. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Well, you are a plains village, so you're more likely to spawn a blacksmithy. So we'll also check for blacksmiths. Here we go. That's what we're talking about. Iron armor. Already. Good. Iron pickaxe. Saddles. Okay. Those can be useful. But I think even iron chestplates should save you from instant death via creeper explosion. Now, it's getting dark. I can continue to explore the village, though, without too much worry. There's an iron golem here. I can sleep in the beds. There's a cat for taming, so I'll need to do some fishing, and then I can get that cat. And won't that be nice? Another coffee shop. We have a jungle right there. That's good for gathering supplies. This is another blacksmith. From another world. Does that make me start with the isekai? There's some gold. There's another iron pickaxe. There's some pants. Alright, it's nighttime. Let's get a bed before everything shakes off. Thank you, sir. I'll be borrowing this. You are too kind. Okay. Right. So, let us full up on the iron armor. I believe I can make a helmet. I still don't have enough shoes. But, no craft tables near, is there? Hello, Flare. How's it going? I'm getting all the oldies. No newies, though. No one new coming to the stream. All the oldies. Don't mind the oldies, though. You're a fine enough lot. Little compass. Okay. Let's see, what's up? We are playing hardcore Minecraft. Hardcore Minecraft, that's what's up. Oh, you cheeky dauber. Alright. Now, 4 more success next Jeff. You only get 1. It's, ooh, there's iron. It's 1 per death. It's playing hardcore Minecraft. It's the most hardcore. You'll only find it on this website. And we are trying not to die. That's the current situation. Right. So, and the goal, right. Everyone who doesn't know the goal is to defeat every boss. So Ars Nouveau adds 1 boss. And then currently we have a few other bosses added as well. Get over here, you little buggers. Come on. There we go. That's it. That's 1 down. I saw you. Get over here. Come on. Come on. Accept my love. Man, this is like me trying to go on a date. Yes. Good. Nope, nope. Take it. Take it. There we go. Yes, good. Good, Starbuckle. That's made me sound a little bit creepy. Right. And truth be told, the only date I've gone on, I ran away. Jesus Christ. She was terrifying. Yes. Well, technically I've gone 2 dates, and both of them I ran away from. So it was actually a situation of me rejecting love. So put that in your hand, smoke it. Okay. Let's get some smeltering going in my solarium. What mods you got? Ars Nouveau, other than Ars Nouveau. That's basically it. We got a coffee mod, we got a mod that makes the freaking frogs gay. And, yes, coffee, gay frogs, and some other random things. Just quality of life mods for the most part, and the mod that gives us this wonderful structure here. Just look at. Is it beautiful? Yes, those are our mods. Okay. So let's get that smelting so we can get shoes, complete the set, and we'll be set up to go. Delicious, delicious berry juice. Oh yes, and boobs. No, that's a quality of life mod. That's a quality of life mod. Never underestimate the quality of life. Okay. Now, do I risk caves or do I just dig into the earth? I think I dig into the earth. Let's make a mine. We'll make a mine into this hill. We'll add a door to this hill. Right. Yes, we'll add a door to this hill. Okay. And let's get some wood. We need more wood. We can start planting trees. That's the oak tree. We can cut that down. Yes. We'll punch this tree down, then we'll plant what's left over. Oh yes, I also got a tree mod. I got a not tree capitation mod, but it makes it so once the leaves are all gone, they really quickly despawn. Because the leaf rate despawn is silly. So, we got that too. Rightio. So, leaves. We'll go shumph. And then we'll get our lovely saplings. And we'll plant a few saplings out front. I kind of like having this open field though. It's fine to have a few trees grow on it. Let's Starbuckle. Starbuckle, come here. Come here, Starbuckle. Come on. That's it. That's a lad. Good lad. Right. So we got that done. Daytime. Okay. Another crafting table. We'll dig our way a little bit into the mine. Give it a little bit of a room in there. Make it nice and roomy. Happens to be the name of a YouTube singer, Roomy. He is Swedish or Polish? I can't remember. I think he's Swedish. He's one of those Swedish YouTubers who's ridiculously successful. There's like 3 ridiculously successful Swedish YouTubers I know of. And I think Roomy's Swedish. Is he? What? Sorry, what? What? Sorry, what? What? What did I just read there? No, I'm just going to... Did I just misread that? Okay, well then. Now I have to look into something that I might not want to look into. Okay. And when I say I might not want to look into, I want to look into it. Okay, dokie. Right then. Artist create. I like create. It's just I can't quite wrap my head around it. That's my main problem. Testosterone mod. Oh, thanks. Look, I am in real life a Giga Chad. Look at this chin. Look at that. That is Giga Chad. If I got any more testosterone, my chin will get so heavy that I won't be able to walk properly because I'd fall over onto my face by the sheer out of balance proportions of my body. Right. So we'll get a furnace. I see. How interesting. Of course someone would make that. Of course someone would make that. I mean, why not? Why not? Door. We need torches. Yes, I did used to have a huge beard. Most of the people here know that, I think. Most of these people, like, there's no one new here. Most of these people have known me for like a year at the least. So, now people come along later might not. Allows you to, like, select that. Okay. Right then. Well, that is amusing. Very least. That I will accept that reasoning, even if it's silly. I mean, why wouldn't they give you powers? I mean, if they can defy gravity, who knows what else they can do? So, yeah. It's the obvious thing. Beard and a ponytail. I rarely had a ponytail. My hair was quite long, but I rarely had a ponytail. Ponytails are a pain to put together. It hurts my head. So, I'd rarely have ponytails. Yeah, well, your obsession is your obsession. No, it was more than it. It was like 2 years ago when you came across my channel, mobile user. It's been 2 years. It's been a long time. It's been a long, long time. It's been 2 years. Which is surprising, but that's how much time has passed. So, everyone notice how I've accidentally killed my channel? Oh, that's fun. Yes, I accidentally killed my channel. And it was completely unintended. My goodness. It is very amusing how I managed it too. It is brilliant. Let me tell you about the sheer brilliance of how I murdered my channel. So, you may have noticed I have a lot of subscribers. Like, an absurd amount of subscribers within a year. I've gotten like, I think I've gotten 6,000 subscribers within a year. Alright, you're searching for servers. Searching for servers and guides. Yes, the server horse came to me. 84 years. Yes. Magic server. Right, yeah. Okay. So, let us... we're in escaped mode right now, so I'm not going to die. I'm not going to die. Right. How I killed my channel. Right. YouTube Studio. Schools of Magic mod series. Ah, yes, okay. Right, so display capture on. Okay, we're going to go to content. We're going to go to shorts. Okay. This is how I killed my channel, with this video here. Can't make that any bigger. Okay. This short has murdered my channel. And it's because it has gotten 1.2 million views and gained me 3.5 thousand subscribers, this one short. Now, why that's murdered my channel? For some reason, these morons are subscribing to me because of this one short. I don't know why they're doing it, but they're subscribing to me. And then YouTube goes and goes, all right, these people like your channel, right? They love your channel. They subscribe to you. They must love you. Then I release this video here, which is 1 hour and 23 minutes long. This 1 hour and 23 minutes long video. Yeah, this 1 hour and 20 minutes video long is going to get recommended to those people who watched like a 45-minute short. And they're not going to click on that. They're going to go, what on earth is this? Good day, sir. We don't want to watch your video that's 1 hour and 23 minutes long. And then YouTube's like, huh, weird. Why aren't these people clicking on this video? That's because It must be because it's not a good video. Therefore, I don't like Lorthorn anymore. Let's boot away any recommendations we give to him. And that's all my videos right now. Anyways, rant over. Back to Minecraft. I mean, oops, that's not what we wanted to do. I have capitalized on slightly. Not everything's doom and gloom. Not everything's doom and gloom. I did make this man from the fog video, which is analytically done all right. So there's that. Not going to harp on it too much. Right. What the heck? There we go. Back. There we go. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. We'll just keep making videos. We keep on trucking. Right. Where were we? Thank you, Stardust. Okay. I was getting wood. Yes. No, I got the wood. But I was getting wood to put in a furnace to cook, to get torches. That's right. Also shoes. I need shoes. Alright then. We need coal and shoes. So we'll make the shoes now. And there we go. Yes, well. I have a bunch of them. Actually, one of the other differences is I don't talk in my shorts. If the stream dies, does it count as a death? No. That's on your end. My end's perfectly fine. The stream hasn't died. I've gotten no warnings so far, so. If the stream dies, that's your fault, not mine. Eating an orange. Just give me a second. Right. Just a little bit of muck pow, or whatever it's called. Buck pow, mibbly, moobly, gibbly gook. That thing. What is it called? What is this Korean eating food thing called? Where you eat food for views. I mean, it's just called eating food if you're eating food, but the ASMR food eating. What is that called? C. Pressing C does nothing. If CTD is it? What is CTD? Mukbang. That's it. Mukbang. Yes. All right. Mukbang. What's CTD? If I have an aneurysm on stream, that'll count as a death. How's that? I love how all of your servers ended absolutely, and then after Schools of Magic, they just didn't. Yeah, well. Crash to desktop. No. Crash to desktops don't count either. Yes. Okay. And mukbang gets a lot of views for some reason. I personally find mukbang disgusting. I don't know about you, but I find it disgusting. What happened to the 1.7 server? Yeah. I'm not going to lie. So, alright. Here's the deal. If we see over there, that's my window. That's my bedroom window there. You can see a can of glue in it. So, my window is currently open, and same with my bedroom door is open. The kitchen window is also open. So, this is because I don't do so well with handling a buildup of CO2. And it makes me depressed. And my house doesn't have good air circulation. And so I was really depressed. I was ridiculously depressed. And so I kind of gave up on YouTube or anything. I was just trying to survive. And so that's partly why a whole bunch of things stopped happening. And I stopped making videos as much and various other things is because I was super depressed. And now that the window's open, depression's gone away. But that's part of the reason why I died. There was also, there's other reasons. There's a kerfuffle with a community member and various things, and I just kind of gave up on trying to run servers, and there was yeah, there was many factors. There was many factors that led to its ending, of me giving up and also me losing interest. Lots of things happened. They're in the past, though. Now we're in the future. We're moving forwards. Maybe a server will come back. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But I might just buy a dedicated server that can run. Now, one of the things I actually was thinking about with servers, and I want to hear people's thoughts on it. So one of my problems with servers, right? This is another problem that I have with servers, is so I launch a server, a bunch of people join, and then they play and play and play and play and play because they sort of just are obsessed with Minecraft to an absurd degree, and they play so much that they've been in the server, they don't want to do anything anymore, and so they stop playing, and then the server only has like me and mobile user and Flare showing up on it, and maybe the ancient wizard dude or whatever his name is, I can't remember at the moment. We're the only people on the server, and even then it sort of has petered out, and it's not the fun to play when there aren't many people playing on it. And so my thoughts with this is I make it so the server doesn't come online except for an hour before I play. No, you also show up every once in a while. You're kind of like, you show up randomly. It's undetermined when you'll show up, Fuma. Yes. Oh yeah, and King, he plays a lot, and then he will lose interest over time. But there's some other person. There actually hasn't been that many drama. There's like been a little bit of drama. But anyways, yes, so my thoughts are that I only turn the server on. No, you're not called, well, yeah, you're called out, you're not causing the drama, but you're called out for obsessively playing. Yes, Gandalf, you're fine, Gandalfine. But what is I turn the server on an hour before I play, and I turn it off after an hour after I'm done. And then with that, I basically limit your playtime on the server so you don't get bored of it. And then you want to, and then when I'm playing, it's like, oh, I can only play when Lorthorn's playing, and I want to keep playing this server. So I will then play on it, and then the server won't die, and I'll have more people to interact with, and that will keep it alive. No, the ancient wizard guy isn't you. What's rude? Nothing rude. Calling you Gandalf's a compliment. Ancient Keeper. That's it. Ancient Keeper is the other person who shows up because he progresses fastly, but he also just sticks around. Yes. Yeah, but Aaron Bonehead, or Boneheart, or whatever his name was also a very fast progressor. And yeah, Sigma is very fast. And same with King of Worms. But other people are kind of slow at progressing, but is them, and they are kind of driving forces. I mean, the other problem... No, not... Oh, read about blue balling Minecraft. No, blue balling Minecraft's the best thing to do. That's the only way to manage you freaks. Yeah, the other problem, this was one of the other problems with servers, is, bless her, but Anna has the attention span of something with a very short attention span. To put it simply. She has the attention span of a gnat. If you've tried to play D&D with her, you see how she creates characters. If you interact with, she gets bored so easily. It's like, I want to do the new thing, I'm bored of this. I want to do the new thing, I'm bored of this. And she's the one running the servers? Well then. It doesn't work out. To put it simply. But quite simply, it just doesn't entirely work out. And then when you're like, hey, Anna, can you just like keep the server running a little bit longer? You feel bad about it because she wants to move on to the next thing. It's like, Anna, I can't have you run the servers if you're just going to keep jumping. It's like, oh, okay, fine. And then she has all these ambitions and these big ideas, and then they don't work out, or they don't completely flow through, and it's a shame. And then it's like, because they're not working out instantly, or they weren't completely thought out, then it's yeah, it's just kind of this mess. Like, there's just all these things, but it just never works out. But not to call Anna out or anything, just that I am. But yeah. Randomly gift to you a Minecraft account. If that's all it takes to bribe you, then I have a bridge to sell you. I will give you 2 Minecraft accounts. I'll give you 2 Minecraft accounts if you buy my bridge. Right. I have amazing business acumen. Okay, see, Fuma, your problem is you just never finish anything. It's not even like, you're not trying to start. You just go, I'm going to do this. Oh no, I'm going to do that. Oh no, oh, this is interesting. Let's start this. You have a different kind of attention span than Anna's. Anna's what yours is. Yours is like old man brain that doesn't quite work. Exactly. Finally slaps crack on table. Look, when it comes to the amount of money I own, to the amount of debt I have, and assets overall in the world, I'm like in the top 10%, maybe in the top 5% of people with wealth in the world. So, big bucks over here. I got money. I got lots of moolah. Got tons and tons of money. Ignore the statistical amount of people there are in the world, and then considering all the amounts of value that there actually are. So I can pretend that I'm rich. No one's as wealthy as me. I am the richest person there ever was within a certain demographic. Yes. I've no knowledge of this, but indeed. Mine's a Moria. I love the Lord Rings. Okay. Alright. Hear me out. Next server, right? Next server. I want to do this as a server. Dwarves. Everyone's dwarves. We build in a mountain, and we make Moria, or as it's called before that, Khazad-dûm. We all work together to make Khazad-dûm. We're dwarves in a mountain. We can get one of the mods that forces us to be shorter, and we all dwarf about in a mountain. Dwarf it up. We get Create in there. We get some other dwarf mods. We have lava pouring. And we can all be dwarves. And that could be the next server eventually, maybe. I don't know when I would put that together and have time to do that, but that's something I'd love to do. And go to space. Exactly. We can do a moon quest. Rock and stone move quest. Exactly. And then we go into space, and we mine, and we fight bugs. And then eventually, Space Marines will show up, and there will be the Emperor of Mankind, and he'll take us in his big, strong arms, and he'll say, there, Leagues of Votan, I love you the most of all my children. And then he'll take us away to Terra, and we'll get to see Kitten, and we'll be happy, and it'll be a wonderful time. I'm not crying, you're crying. See? Yes. And then we'll have to fight off demon hordes, and orcs, and heretics, and elves, and dark elves, but they're space elves, and they're space dark elves. And they're filthy Xeno scum, and we hate them. And then there'll be the Tau, and they don't melee, and the Tau suck as well, and so we'll have to deal with the Tau, and we'll have a wonderful time. Yes, and you were there, and I was there. And there's a large pie. Huh. Don't know where that came from. And so we dig into the deep where the dragon used to sleep. Glorious gold hidden in our halls of stone. Dark as the night when the day has lost its light. When the hammer falls and it sounds through the walls. When the hammer booms and sends the monsters to their dooms. When the hammer falls, making the enemies crawl and all that stuff. Ah. Bugs, you mean aliens? Well, yeah, there's Terminids as well. We have to deal with the Terminids. Terminids, but also Tyranids. Don't get those two mixed up. They're very different creatures, although they're both downright ugly. Most of the time, you're just trying to sleep. If you're trying to sleep all the time, you might want to open up Windows and get some more CO2, and then it will sing more and mute. I'll have you know, I was in a community choir, and I was okay at it. I was okay at singing when I actually tried. I was singing bad there on purpose. I'm a half okay singer. Speaking of dwarves, mods Embers should be updated again. Ooh, I like Embers. Look for the mod that adds realistic forging. Everyone but my brother hates it. My brother loves that mod. The realistic forging mod, he really likes. It's one of his favorite mods. Certain people like that. People that are the way that they are like certain mods like that. Tinker's Construct. No, it's different than Tinker's Construct. This is Terra Firmacraft, I believe is what it's called, right? Terra Firmacraft? Terra Firmacraft, yes. I like Tinker's Construct, though. I love myself some Tinker's Construct. And Tinker's Construct is not forging. Tinker's Construct is broken, and it's brilliant. Have you know, I was in a choir with a rare voice type. Apparently I left because I was a skill issue and hated the choir conductor. I left because I was done. I sang my Christmas carols and I was happy and I was done with it. Into the nether, yes. Like dwarves, but you dig too deep. Yeah, it is a cool forging mod. You can like light your hands on fire while you're trying to forge things. Alright, I'm going to eat some more orange. So excuse me. Delicious orange. Ooh, gold. I've struck gold. I love gold. Alright. There we go. Never heard of this mod. Which mod? The witch mod is called Witchery, just so you know. Sorry, that's so dumb. Okay, right. You don't eat gold. Gold is bad for you. Gold's actually not bad for you. Gold is nothing for you. I mean, it's a metal, but it's non-reactive. So you can eat gold just fine. It just won't do anything, and it might like sit in your gut for a bit. But you actually can't digest gold. Install server. Just use the one mod that allows you to make friends join from anywhere. I don't know that mod. I know not of what you speak there, young mobile user. The forging mod. Yes. Right. Oh, do I look like I got gold eating money? Well, the thing is, because you can't actually digest gold, if you can collect it after you're done with it. Extends your land. That sounds like a great idea to get me hacked. Oh, you're talking about fairy mod. Okay. Yeah, an extended land mod sounds like it could be a potentially bad idea. I don't know about that. I might just buy a server. I don't love eating gold. I just love gold. But you can eat gold. That's what I'm getting at. If I get to keep 50%, no. Wait, no, not even that. That's not worth it. That's not worth it. No. No. I retract my statement. Server is best, yes. An actual server, not even those ones. Like, there's those free servers that Anna was running. I think those are free, but even those have their limitations. Like, I would get a... If I was to do it, I'd get a proper bot server for such things. Proper bot paid for with my money, which I have lots of, as I was saying, but not enough to eat gold money. But, yes, I just would be figuring out when to do that, what time to play it, because I would want to... I don't want to do Let's Plays, okay? I do not want to do Let's Plays anymore. Yeah, it was run by our computer, exactly. I really don't want to do Let's Plays. Because they suck. I mean, they're fun, but they have their issues. I have a lot of issues with Let's Plays. If I was to do... I do have a series planned. I have no idea when I'd be able to do it. Which would be like a Let's Play. But it'd be basically a scripted Let's Play, so to say. And it would take a lot of work and be a proper video. A Let's Play is just playing a game. Like, it's just what I did. There has been and will be some good things for MMA. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, Let's Plays are basically what streaming became. Yeah. So, Let's Plays are my old YouTube series. Where you basically just play Minecraft. And you show your gameplay footage, and you do a little bit of editing. It's like, yeah, it's a survival series. Exactly. No, I would do a little bit more scripted, a little bit more work. It takes a lot of work, but make an actual story, make a high-quality video. Yeah, those are actually ridiculously scripted, just so you know, the 100 Days and 1,000 Days. Like, besides the very best ones, which, those are the top videos, are the good ones, but those are mostly scripted, the 100-day challenges. Yeah. No, those things are actually kind of shit. Don't trust them. Those YouTubers are scum. No, they're fine. I'm just jealous of them. Mix of both. Right. Jealousy, but they're also scum. Yeah, their RP requires non-seaweed brains, though, to operate with. And a lot of you are seaweed brains who I can't wrangle into scheduling. So I would do RP. I'd love to do RP, but again, wrangling seaweed brains has its own difficult levels to it. So that's partly out of the rigmarole. If you get my drift thing. Yes, I read this video where they got 1,000 people on a server and did nothing. Best video you watch. Probably was. Yeah, RPs are interesting, but they do require I dropped the content, but I needed the other RPers to be around to actually RP with me. That's the thing. I can't RP with myself. I mean, I can, but no one wants to watch that. So. Now what you do, right, is you create a server, you let anyone join, but you leave the server on hardcore. And then you let the chaos ensue from that. Acid in my throat. Didn't swallow it right. Acid in the windpipe. I also don't really know how to set up a proper RP server. See, what I need, because you guys are fine, you're a fine lot, but I need some hyper-competent fans on this channel who can run things for me. See, how I would run a hardcore server is I'd get the mod that lets you clone yourself. Whatever that's called, I can't remember. Yeah. So. Yeah, sync, that's it. Thank you, sync. I get sync. And then I would have that on a hardcore server. I would get myself synced up, then let people join. So at least I won't be kicked out of my own server. Can gold mine diamond? I don't think it can. Oh. No, it's probably not up to date. I don't know which mod is adding it, but yeah, you could do recommend. One mod is adding fortune to this gold pickaxe, or is that base game now? I don't know. Vampires, werewolves, and hunters. Yeah, well, those days are long gone, mobile user. Those days are long gone. No, you can't. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, so is fortune on a gold pickaxe base game, or is it one of the mods I have, which I want to search out? It might be Create that does that. Might be Create that does that. Ignore me while I die. You hate vampirism? Why? Vampirism is great. It's just I don't feel like playing it. Because God, I've played so much vampirism, you have no idea. Oh wow, it hasn't been updated in a long time. I crafted this gold pickaxe. This gold pickaxe is all gold items have fortune or looting in some mod I have, so. Cyberpunk add-on edition things. Ooh, that could be cool. You could get the stacks, where those are called cortical stacks. Some mod probably has that. My 60+ world with vampirism was corrupted. I see. Oh dear. I don't know why, but I have a superstition that where you find lava, you will find diamonds. Odd. It's probably because they're pools and it spawns the wall so you can see things better. That's probably the actual case of this matter, isn't it? Well, no diamonds here. Cyberpunk mod is a robotics port. Oh, interesting. The mod that adds corals to... Oh, right, yes. I mean, you can port that. You're skilled at mod things, right? I'm certain you could figure it out. Right, it looks like we're going to be turning to the right now. No, never mind that. Looks like we're going to be going up now for a short while. Easy, does it? Use subtitles. Subtitles is cheating. Hema is better on the vampire thing. Subtitles is cheating. Gotta use your ears. You gotta listen. Don't got these big, beautiful headphones for nothing. Pure cheats. Pure hacks. I'm playing Minecraft as God intended. Without pants on. Right. Not a lot of diamonds, eh? I mean, it hasn't died as last time. There's more reasons cybermetric mod. Haven't checked out in min though. It's called Zoe Isn't Cyberpunk. Huh. Interesting. And I lied. I actually am wearing pants. Right. If Hema add like well, Hema is oh, sorry, you're talking about Hema, not the other one. You're not talking about you're not talking about the JoJo Vampire mod. You're talking about Hema, which is different. Why did I get Hugh Neutron? Who's Hugh Neutron? Who are you talking about? Who is this person? I know Jimmy Neutron. I don't know Hugh Neutron. Yes, it does need more polishing. I agree. Fabric. But you have to play Fabric then. No one likes Fabric. Fabric's gross and smells funny. Are you sure diamonds spawn at the lowest level at like 64? Or wherever it is. Well, I ain't seen new diamonds. Maybe it's just my luck. You know that meme of you just have to keep mining to find diamonds? That is literally what Minecraft is in my brain. Just a little bit further and you'll find the diamonds. Come on, just a little bit further and you'll find the diamonds. I should also focus on iron, but you know there's an obsession just getting iron. There's several different Joe mods. Ripples of the Past! That's what it's called. Ripples of the Past. I still haven't made my how-to on Ripples of the Past, but that might happen sometime in the future. Hugh is Jimmy's dad. Okay. Okay, then I'll accept that. I'll accept being compared to Jimmy Neutron's dad. I'll give those vibes. Grimdim. What mod? Is the mod pack? It's a custom-made mod pack I made myself. It is an absolute nightmare. But the main thing is Ars Nouveau. Grimdim. So, yes. I need a lot of iron, however, as well. I should mine some iron. Because I'm running out of pickaxes, which is annoying. For their optimized... Okay. Say something with the word Jimbo in it. I don't know about that, Jimbo. Quilt instead of fabrics. Oh, someone's a quilt user over here. Forge or bust? For me, I mean, I'll use the other ones if it has a mod I really want, but forge is the main thing that I use. And I tell people at the start of videos, this is a video for Minecraft Java Edition, Forge. And I tell them the version, so they don't ask me, is this for education? Is this forever? I don't know. I don't care. Your version of Minecraft is lesser. Play on Java Edition, play with Forge, or go to hell. And that was my TED Talk. Thank you very much. It does have Wildfire's mod. So every time I die, I'm playing hardcore. So every time I die, we increase this percentage by 1. That them's the rules. Although I should go... High armor is disabled. Good. Right. Monsters out there. Yeah, well, who cares about Hexcrafting, am I right? Do I run out there and try to sleep? Sure. Run, 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 do not die. Run, 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 do not die. Into the house. Okay. We live. Oh, we got charcoal. Brilliant. Bed. Which one has my bed in it? This one has my bed in it. Sleep. Whew. I live. And a new day has dawned. Alright. Let's acquisition iron from the mountains. Ew. Let us run a circle around these fine fellows. You're cool. Oh, you're chill. I don't mind you. So, mountains spawn iron better. Data packs. Yes, hex casting is basically programming magic, and there's two mods that do that. There's hex casting, and there's the other one, which is based off irregulars from Magic High. And while they're both interesting, I cannot be bothered to do either. Right. And bam. I live. Ha! Take that, world. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Get wrecked. PSI, yes. Pissy. Pissy mod. What on earth was that noise? Ah, a zombie turning into a drowned. That scared me for a moment. Tried to learn hex crafting once because Game recommended. I was confused and I stopped. A warlock, IRL, probably. I like warlocks. Warlocks are the best. Ah, gravity. You get to have black dragons if you're a warlock and hydras. Or are you talking about D&D? I'm talking about different warlocks, I guess, than you. I'm talking about, here's my magic warlocks. In real, if we're talking about D&D classes, I'd definitely be a wizard. But if we're talking about what actual warlocks are, then I probably would be a warlock over a wizard. But D&D warlocks are not real warlocks, and they smell funny. So. Right. I do not want to be here. Magic sugar daddy. No. I'm not. No, I wouldn't be a magic sugar daddy kind of person. Do you not know me? Do I look like the person who would go to a sugar daddy? If I was, I wouldn't be here. I'd have a sugar daddy. Ergo sum, I would not go for a magical sugar daddy. Besides, I have to like sell my soul, and I like my soul. It's mine. You can't have it. I believe in things coming from your own work. You know, mobile user, I tried to make a D&D stream. I really did. And do you know what happened? No players showed up. So, lesson learned. Not going to do that again. Who's the magic Pele that appears on your channel? The magic Fey lady. That's Lorthorn, the magic Fey lady. She's a dryad. Remember how I died one time from that? Man, that was embarrassing. Right. Now, would I be a necromancer if I had access to magic? Maybe. No, I did ping in Discord. I tried to get the D&D set up in Discord. There is very difference between a dryad and an elf. Let me tell you that. One's a tree, the other isn't. Necromancy is kind of terrifying though. Like, you don't realize how creepy corpses are until you've seen one. You've seen a dead body. And then you're like, actually, no, thank you. I don't want to be a necromancer anymore. Not that I have tried or anything. But that's just the reality of it. Right. No, it was recent. I tried that. It just didn't work. It was recent, but whatever. Whatever. Not finding much iron in these hills. Guess you find on mountains instead. Yeah, well, you're military, so that you have a much higher chance of doing that than anyone else. And it's messed up, isn't it? It does something to you. I don't think I've seen any, but I just know. I know that'll mess you up. Yes, being obsessed with necromancy is fine, but actual necromancy is a very, very, very good god disturbing thing. I wasn't from the military. Well, then you're just American, I guess. Were you like the 4 years and done kind of military there? Like, get in, get veterancy, get the veterans pay for the rest of their life, get out sort of deal? Or did you do it for the school? I considered joining the military. I still consider joining the military, but I want to do it now. If I was born like 5 or... oh, you're military for America. Okay. That's a good enough reason. Yeah. I considered joining the military. And I would have joined the military if I'd been born 5 or 10 years earlier. But given when I was born and all that stuff, I would not join the military now or when I was younger. There's also there's a different things between videos of seeing someone die getting killed and actually being there on purpose. And there's a large difference between those things as well. Video cannot convey reality to the extent of the true horror of which it is. Let me just tell you that. Yeah. Video literally cannot convey true horror of the tragedies of the world. I am neither. I am Canadian. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons' command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, I stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. I'm a weird sounding Canadian. And we sound a little different than Americans. There's a few differences that you can notice over time. But I'm also just a weird Canadian that sounds British. So, you are not the first person to mistake me as a Brit. I think it's like 12 out right now. Even Canadians think I'm British or Irish, which is weird. It's just the way I talk. It's just the way I am. Also, apparently the way I look. When I was traveling in Europe, I went traveling abroad. And one of the things you realize when you're traveling in Europe is there is such a diverse plethora of people. Yeah, it is kind of metal, actually, yes. There's such a diverse plethora of people in Europe that you start realizing, like, oh, that's what Russians look like. That's what Americans look like. That's what British people look like. And all the Europeans and Turks and Arabs, all of them thought that I was British. They're like, oh, you look British. Like, I'm Canadian. It's like, oh, you look British. And they thought my dad was German. And he is German, but yeah. Go back to earlier in the stream where I talk about the immigration rant. And yeah, you'll see why I tell you not to move to Canada. Yes, quite. Wait a couple of years and see what happens to Canada, and then maybe move here. We'll see what happens to Canada. Yes, we'll see what happens to Canada. Alright, making a chest. Yes, Norway. Norway. I might move to Norway. Norway seems like a nice spot. Yes, the coffee-based slavery. Exactly. It's more than just coffee. It's also like hardware store, any convenience store you go to. Anywhere is better than South America. That is fair. That is fair. I mean, it depends on where in South America. I actually don't know. I haven't been to South America. But, yeah. I mean, a few of them are maybe getting better. I don't know. Yeah. South America is South America, though. Best of luck to you. Anywhere is better than... Okay, yeah. South Africa. I will agree with that with you. Yes. No, Flair, get out of South Africa. Dear God, get out of South Africa. Brazil, it's a place. Brazil's a place. It's a place. Good at soccer in Brazil. Alright, yes, I was making a pickaxe. I was going to do more mining, try to find diamonds, then try to get iron. You're in Antarctica. I am pressing X to doubt that you're in Antarctica. Right. You're in Colombia. Ooh. Yes. Colombia. Yeah, you're in one of the fun South American countries, aren't you? Yeah, yeah, try to... Yeah, yeah, one of the fun South American countries. Colombia. It's definitely got things going on, don't it? Okay. So, if I remember correctly, if we go this way... Dominican Republic. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've traveled there once. It's, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of tropical fellas here. The Dominican Republic. Yes, I went there once. It was a time. I didn't see that its roads are... The roads in the Dominican Republic are interesting. I remember there was a bridge with a pothole in it. And when I say pothole, there was a hole in the bridge. Yeah. Bunch of people from much hotter countries than me. Morocco. Where is Morocco? Am I just daft? Where in the world's Morocco? Why is my geography failing me? Like, why do I not know where Morocco is? Top of Africa. Thank you. So one of the parts of Africa which all you people are not knowing about snow. I've lived in -50. You're all freaks. Power Rangers. Ooh, I like Power Rangers. Do I even have the gear to go looking for gold here? I don't think so. I'm lacking weapons. I'm walking into abyss. I'm low on food. I'm going to die. You've never seen snow? Wow. That's so weird. That is so weird. Not seeing snow. I cannot imagine that. I grew up in the land of cold and snow. I'm in the north. Lived in Maine. No stranger to snow. Yes. Snow in a desert. I mean, snow in a desert happens. I mean, I've seen snow in a desert. We have the world's smallest desert in the Yukon. We've got the Carcross Desert. World's smallest desert. Is a cool spot. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to go back home. I'm going to mine things normally. It snows in the desert at night. It snows in the desert at day in the Carcross Desert. Ice on my ankle. Thought my ankle turned to... Okay. Huh. Interesting. Yes, it is very hot there. Well, it's actually, it's hot but not hot. That's the interesting thing about equators. They can actually have medium temperatures. They can get very hot, but they have a medium temperature. They don't get the ridiculous swings of the Sahara or other hot spots. So, yeah. Yeah, Mexico is also hot and near the equator. I like Mexico. Mexico's a nice spot. Except it isn't, you know? It's weird. Mexico is nice besides it's Mexico. Stay away from the sea, stay away from the drug cartels. Yeah, the drug hotels. Cartels, and you'll be fine. And that's the Mexican life for you. Aren't drug cartels fun? Cartels. Why can I not speak the language I am meant to speak? English, why does he fail me? Oh, wow. What's that in non-freedom units? Sorry, I don't speak gibbering idiot. You have to give that to me in sanity. There are 3 countries on Earth that use imperial system. 2 are dictatorships and 1's America. Just to let you know. 40C. Oh, that's not that bad. It can get up to 50C. But still, 40C is pretty hot. I don't mind 50C. I'd be in greenhouses at 50C. It's lovely. Of course, the thing with the greenhouse at 50C is you can leave it and go to a relatively cool 26C. That village over there might have more iron, so I'm going to go raid them. Ooh, I got the hiccups. How did I get the hiccups? Man, I actually really need iron. Like, unbelievably large amounts of iron is what I require right now to get anything started to any sort of decent amount. Because I've just been wondering about, need to get better mines, but I need iron to get more pickaxes, then I need iron to get the tools to start magic. Ah, 60, okay. Yeah, that'd be hot then. 60 is quite hot. Doable, but not pleasant in its doing. Yes, do the math. Stop spreading your Americanism to us. We might get tainted by it. No, I'm not the Dryad. Lorthorn's the Dryad. I'm just the bloke that controls her. Are you serious? Let me out of your house! Let me out! Let me out! Fine then. Fine. This is what you wanted. It's just because I'm so pretty. Canada is what happens when Americans had copyright hit and changed my mind. Canada and America are quite different. Quite different places. 53. Okay, that's pretty banging hot. 53 is pretty hot. Okay, there was no iron there though. And it's getting close to night, so let's head back. It's immensely disappointing. I'm immensely disappointed my day is ruined. What level does iron spawn at while you're underground? All my knowledge minions, knowledge gremlins. What temperature does iron spawn at? 45. Alright. So it needs to be 45 degrees outside and then we can get iron spawning. How do I control the weather in Minecraft? Probably need to do magic for that. Oh dear. I think I'm lost. Uh-oh. Panic? Well, this isn't great. I think I'm supposed to be over there? Maybe? I don't know. Oh dear. Now, this is a point in time in the video. Where we just run until we aren't dead. Right then. Is this familiar or is it not? I cannot tell. This doesn't look right at all. What's in Kelvin? I don't know. The savannah reminds me of savannah that eats lions. Yes. For dinner. Exactly. Eat lions for dinner. Or don't get eaten by lions. Okay. So that's not right. So I think we walked in the wrong direction. We, I mean me. You're just along for the ride. So I walked in the long direction and the wrong direction. So if we go back through the savannah... Didn't I pick up a compass? No, that was last... No, I do have a compass. Okay. So, if we head back towards spawn... That should be where home is, I think. Cool community. Things would... Oh, brace. Nope, dodge. What? So, what mob and race would I get rid of? What sort of question is that? Alright, this way. Compass points this way. So we run this way. That'll take us back to spawn. Then from spawn I can find my way back home. Need to eat bread. Need to keep food up so I don't die. A cool community thing would be for mobs and races like in 2016. Ah! Mob... Oh, yes. Right. For a second there, I thought that we were getting back to the final solution there, Flare. And I think we best stay clear of that. Some people don't like it. Origins, yes, Origins, that's what that's called. Yes, best not to file solution though. Oy vey indeed. Ooh, gold. Okay. Look, sometimes I have trouble reading, right? And I'm trying not to die. Oh, I want that block. Leather Gimp zombie incoming. And evaded! Haha, I win. There we go. I don't have a mob riding mod, and I don't have a mob riding mod. For those of you who are older in the audience, you may get that joke. For those who are not old enough, don't worry about it. Okay, so there's that village. So maybe if I go back to the village and I exit a different way, then I can go fine. Oh, you see lions in the wild. Interesting. Deforestation. Yeah. Well, no one was ever hurt by a little bit of deforestation. Let's refrain from such statements. Okay. So I think if I go through the village in this direction, that will lead me back home. Because this village is in the center of two rivers. It's blooming Wheel of Time over here, two rivers and all. Right. So, if we go in between them, then we'll get back. Heard that 1.1 horse genetics are better, so we'll be able to breed super horses. Interesting. The monkeys are rather aggressive here and live everywhere. Aggressive monkeys. Yes. Gotta be careful of those aggressive monkeys. Never know what might happen. Howler monkeys. Now that's the interesting experience if you've never experienced them before. I mean, probably a percentage of the audience has experienced howler monkeys, but they're waking up to them. That's fun. Guys, says Stardust R. Yes, we're listening, Stardust R. Cold humans. I mean, wait a minute. What? Oh, there's my bed. No, the stream's not done. Just refresh it. Refresh the stream. Refresh the stream and it'll be fine. That's just YouTube gibbering about. Stream is still live. All right. Okay. I know they're loud. They go like, rah, 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 rah. So they can be a little noisy. What version of Minecraft? Minecraft's performance was greatly improved after, I think, 1.14. I think that's when they did their performance upgrade. Okay. So what level does iron spawn at again? If you're underground? Because I know it spawns at 48, but if we're going to the negatives, it also spawns again. Also, can we clip... Those aren't moans, that was peacock noises. It was my perfect impression of a peacock, so it wasn't a moan. Okay. Ooh, my back pain. Right. Let's try this direction. There is iron down here. It's just not as common, so. There's also diamonds. Diamonds speed up expeditions for looking for iron, so we'll try to find diamonds, maybe? Well, I would like to get Ars Nouveau actually started instead of just digging underground forever and getting nothing done. Yes, the war with the emus. Right. Indeed. The Emu Wars. Do you know what's funnier than the Emu Wars, actually? So, not only did Australia declare war on emus, they declared war on the gays. I mean, quite literally, they're at war with the countries that's flag was a rainbow flag. So yeah, Australia's had 2 weird wars. Yeah, that might happen. We'll see. What version would I use? I don't know what version I would use, to be perfectly honest. They lost to the emus. They didn't lose to the gays. The gays surrendered. Okay. I have no idea what mod version, though, I'd do. I am reticent to do later versions of Minecraft just because of the banning feature where you can basically just report people and their account gets bound and then they can't play multiplayer anymore. So I'm reticent to do later versions of Minecraft. But I'm not certain. Gay Wrath Month now? No, it's, if we're going with the silliness of giving months a event to happen, I think it's actually Disability Awareness Month. So I think it is. Although if you're going for the 7 deadly sins instead, which is why I see your joke is now, it would be the first sin. And wrath isn't the first sin because we want to loop through the 7 deadly sins because pride is the 7th sin. So if we were to loop all the way back around, then we would be at Sloth Month instead of Pride Month. No, I didn't. I caught on in the end. I figured out in the end. I got there. There's a 10-second delay, but I got there in the end. I got there in the end, don't worry. First person model is good in combinations. I actually have a camera mod installed. Look at this. See? I can turn around. I have a camera mod. Woo! Hello. Hello. I have a third person camera mod to make third person camera better. A little bit brain lag, a little bit. There is a 10-second delay. Also, that was a lot of diamonds. My goodness. Look at that. That's 10 diamonds. Not bad, I say. Not bad at all. Sloth sounds right, since it's summer months. Well, if we're just looping through the 7 deadly sins, it's sloth is the first, and then the 7th is pride. And pride is the worst of all the sins. Although pride's original name was vainglory. And both pride and vainglory are pretty bad. And pride is the sin of Lucifer. That's his main sin. So if you want to go for the main sin of the devil, it was pride. I didn't choose either because those mods are lame. And I'm using magic instead of fighty fights, so I think that the magic is cooler than using the fighty fight mods. There's Munch. Oh, March. I don't know what silly awareness month it is then right now. let's say that it is YouTubers who need more subscribers awareness month. So it's my month. There we go. What happened with Mosey mobs? No, I don't. Then cast a spell. I need iron to cast magic, okay? We'll get there. We'll get there eventually, but I need iron first to cast magic. So if you tell me what level iron spawns at, then we'll be happy. So how's that for a deal? So what level can I find some bloody iron at without having to look it up? Because I will go and do that. Well, I'm sorry for everyone, but I feel like I'm doing pretty well right now, so the booba side's not going to grow all that much. Okay. Birds. I see. Right. I'm going to look up iron. Where iron spawn 1.20.1 between negatives. Oh, thanks. Yes, negative 64 and 256. Y level of 16 though is where you'll find it below ground. There we go. No, that's not the right thing. 16. It feels impossible to die once you are in mid-game. Well, I can be stupid, don't worry. I can be stupid. Maybe each time I log in too, just for the fun of it, I'll add a mod. Just because that can be buggy. Right, level 12. Ah, there we are. Okay. Random African drum does sound pretty racist. Now we're back to the racist Africans. Look. Let's not go there. I was about to say something, and I decided better of it. So we're not going to go there. And yeah, we will continue on. You can talk about races all you like, but I will refrain from the comment I was about to make about it. Because, yeah. Anyways, carry on. Cheerio, pip pip, all that stuff. I dare say, my dear chaps. Right. Caught any good football games lately? Oh yeah, you Floridians beat us at hockey again, although your team was made of like Canadians, Russians, Norwegians, and all that stuff, so it wasn't really a victory for America. It was just other nations beating Canada at hockey. That happened. Personally, I feel it's possible to die once far enough in modded, usually once I get my power armor. Nobody's calling Africans racist, lol. I mean, really. And what else are we saying here? Pure African music, it's not drums, it's epic as hell. There's a lot of epic music. Drums and choir. Yes, I do like choir. Baba Yetu is a good song, actually. I believe that's Swahili? I don't know. It's an African language, though, Baba Yetu. Swahili is African. What language is Baba Yetu? In. Baba Yetu Yetu Yetin Buni Yetu Yetu Amina Baba Yetu Yetu in Chila Hekasu Kuswe. Something like that. Yeah, I think Baba Yetu is Swahili, but is Swahili one of the African languages? That I can't remember. I'm showing my geographical and cultural knowledge of languages here. Max wildfires nerfed the max size. Oh, that sucks. Why do people complain? Actually, why do people complain? That's just dumb. Now that I'm... Oh, it's South African, eh? Okay. I've gotten slightly lost by what's going on in the chat. The text on the screen. I have no idea what they're talking about. They have no idea what I'm talking about. We're having a grand time. I'm confused and my brain is turning to mush. Yeah, first the red got called as racist, then they were green, then they said the tribe, which tribe Q... Yeah. Tribal politics is beyond me. Machine bird? Magical bird. I am completely lost as to what was being talked about. Thank you. I am so confused. So I was talking about music. Ishar talking about Mosey mobs. Oh, are you talking about the little tribe guys? Oh, with the masks. Oh, you're talking about them. Ah, that's it. Okay. You're talking about the pygmy with the masks. That if you wear a mask, you can trade with them, but if not, then they shoot you with sunbeams. That's what you're talking about. Okay, I've caught up. I know what you're talking about now. Yes. Right. There we go. It all makes sense now. Yes. Okay. Honestly, I think it's pretty racist thinking that they're racist, but that's just my own personal take. And I shall not explain any further. But actually, to be honest, a lot of times thinking something racist is usually the most racist take there is. And if you're clever enough to figure it out, then good job. If not, then, well, that's that. Because there is genuine racists out there, but then just thinking anything's racist is, yeah. Well, in reality, here's the thing. Okay, I will explain. Yeah, it's replacing bird with lightning. Okay, so here's the two things. So if we're talking about cultural appropriation, then so cultural appropriation, it's silly. Anyone can take and use anyone else's culture. Just try to be a little bit respectful, but even then create cool stuff with it. Do what you will. Spread the culture. Do not let the culture die. Let a culture continue living. So cultural appropriation itself is rather a silly concept, in my opinion, because it's cool to explore all cultures. And most people will tell you who are not white, say, oh yeah, I use my culture. I love seeing my culture used elsewhere. So yeah, it's mostly white women, to be racist to a certain extent, that complain about culture appropriation. So that's step one. I just threw away my pickaxe. All right, step two in your lessons today is that if you see something and you go, oh man, that's a racist depiction of this thing, and for the example, we'll just use an example here. You see some tribal fella in a savannah in a mod in Minecraft. And like, oh, that's racist. That's racist towards Africans. Like, no, you're being a racist. You're comparing Africans to these people. Stop being an idiot. This is just someone's creative idea that they're putting in the world. If you're going to compare them, then you're the racist there. It is just a group of tribals in a savannah. We can have that. That's fine. And you can have, and that is so many cases like that. It happens so much. Like the stupidest one of all was saying orcs are racist because they're like black people. It's like, what on earth are you on about? They're orcs. Orcs are barbarians, you idiots. They're nothing. That was one of the dumbest things. And then for some reason, Wizard of the Coast went, oh no, we have to change it. Let's make orcs Mexican. So now we have Mexican orcs. Yay! But yeah. Ugh. Exactly. Latinos don't care if gringos celebrate their culture. Precisely. And what Latinos hate is Latinx. It's like, oh, we have to call them Latinx, and they will be very mad at you if you call them Latinx. What am I talking about? Madness, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm just ranting about cultural appropriation and using things. You don't know what Latinx is? You're lucky. Good. Latinx is a gender-neutral term for Latino. I believe is what it is. Latinx is a giant neck. That's cooler. Let's go with that. That's far cooler. That's what Latinx is now. Latinx is a giant Latin neck. I think I have enough iron to start magic, actually. So let's start some magic. Everyone likes mechas. Anyways, outside racial politics. Yes, let's go outside of racial politics and instead talk about a different kind of politics. So how do y'all feel about America? And this election coming up? Look, gender language scares dyslexics because it's really hard to learn. Oh god, me trying to learn German. They have Z, Zer, and the third one. And god, it is a nightmare for trying to learn German. Good god. And German's like one of the easiest languages for an English speaker to learn. And even then it's a nightmare. Right. So, gold to smeltering away. Iron a smeltering away. Itrafuma's dotting. Mr. Cthulhu himself. He's giving us the old dot. Choosing between two grumpy old people. Well, I'm lost. Anyone else? We'll just let things smelt. We'll harvest. We'll make some bread. We'll look up what I can use ground coffee for. I can make espresso? Just need a small cup. How do I make a small cup? That's with clay. Okay. I saw some clay nearby. Yes, it is. Have you heard of English? English is great. We should all stop speaking English and start speaking English. Ah, the comment on the US. Yes, two old people. Exactly. I was making a joke. I was saying, let us move away from such topics for the moment because we're having fun and we're playing Minecraft. I mean, it can be fun to talk about politics too, but I want to have fun and play Minecraft. And we can have fun and talk about politics and play Minecraft, but as for the moment right now, I don't want to have fun playing Minecraft and talk about politics while not wearing pants. If I was wearing pants, then maybe I'd talk about politics, but the lack of pants is making it so I don't want to. Manage Minecraft and politics at the same time. The only show on the internet where such things are discussed by your favorite VTuber who is currently not VTubing. Yes, I'm just going to do a hard U-turn out of Minecraft and go straight into politics. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hating villagers. No. Just because they're evil and awful and not really redeemable doesn't mean that we shouldn't hate all of them. Not all villagers. You are the Senate. Do you have unlimited power? Alright. No, 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 no. Is it racism or is it like weird mind control evil magic going on? We don't know. And I've lost complete track of the chat because I'm trying to play a game and read at the same time. So there's like two different conversations going on while I'm playing Minecraft and in the chat. It's very confusing. Yes, corrupted. Corrupted villagers. Exactly. Okay. Let us make a map. Maps are actually useful for location because they can lead you back to your home place. So a map is very useful. We'll get a map. Right. So I need a book. The villagers might have a book. So let's go steal a book from the villagers. Or borrow if it's a library. And everything will be a-okay. Their skin color is different because they have their soul drained out of them. It's like they're sort of a tannish color when they're a villager, and then when they're a villager, they're all gray. They're like zombified. So, yeah, it's their little like souls being drained out, so they're all pale and gray. Wait a minute, I have saddles. You there, horse! Did this horse just lay an egg? Huh, no. Okay, it's the chicken nearby. Laptic put in their head. Lapis. Yes, they get lapis put on their head. I see someone is a fan of either mining through those things or game theory. That's it, yes. But that's just a theory. And cut. Hey, are you a... Yes, exactly.